All right, now we're going to turn to our big story. It's about a lawsuit against the North Clackamas School District. The basis? Accusations of racism against a kindergartner of color by her peers, by her classmates. And the little girl's family says the child's concerns were brushed off by teachers, the principal, even the district. Here's Kyle Laboshi.
What African-American children go through daily.
Jakhary Jackson wanted the best for his daughter, so he moved his family to Happy Valley, just in time for little AJ to start kindergarten at Scouters Mountain Elementary School last fall. The 5-year-old got a warm welcome, but then came a chilling reality.
And it was quickly realized that there was deep-seated issues in this school district.
Over the next few months, Jackson said his daughter became the target of racially motivated attacks by her white classmates that went beyond hateful words. There was physical violence and bullying by other students.
She said, "Daddy, why do you keep letting them? I've been beaten up." That's what she kept saying. "I've been beaten up so many times and no one believes me."
As a father, Jackson is a protector. But when he raised concerns with staff about discrimination and the fact his daughter's complaints were being dismissed,
I said, "What are you guys doing about this?" And they said, "Well, we're doing everything we can." I don't know what else to say.
Jackson soon realized he wasn't alone.
Scouters Mountain showed me that they just don't get it.
Rodney Jones pulled his 9-year-old son out of the same school.
I didn't think that I would be able to coexist with the underlying racism there from the staff and from the staff period. I didn't think I was going to be able to deal with it.
Last school year, black students made up about 2% of the North Clackamas School District student body, and only 1% of North Clackamas teachers are black.
We want to be an active part of this community, but we want to be accepted within this community.
Ashley Butler and other parents have tried to make changes within the district, only to be disappointed.
And that we knew there were insurmountable challenges there, that we needed support and help.
She wasn't the same little girl.
Jackson felt he had no choice but to remove his daughter from Scouters Mountain.
That school was toxic, and I watched my daughter, who was very outgoing and personable, feel absolutely betrayed, ridiculed, and isolated from a place that she was supposed to feel safe and protected.
He's now suing the school district, explained his attorney, Brenna Legard.
If we're going to, as a society, address systemic racism, we have to start in the school.
In response, the district said North Clackamas Schools strives to affirm the identity of each and every student, family, and employee. North Clackamas Schools' equity stance is at the center of its educational commitment and influences all aspects of the district's operations. For this reason, any allegations of North Clackamas Schools failing to meet the goals articulated in the equity stance are taken extremely seriously, and North Clackamas Schools will undertake all appropriate action.
All right, Kyle Laboshi joining me now. So, Kyle, the family with their suit, I mean, what are they looking for with this lawsuit?
All right, so the lawsuit is really looking for 3 things. 1, an apology to the little girl, also systemic change in the way discrimination is handled within the district, and then finally damages.
Okay, and when we talk about how this little girl was treated and especially interactions with staff, I mean, this seems very complex. There are a lot of issues here.
There are a whole host of issues, including how black students are treated compared to their white counterparts. And it was pretty interesting in looking into this. In 2014, there was actually a study of black students in 6 Oregon school districts that found more frequently and more harshly they were punished than their white counterparts. It's worth noting, though, North Clackamas was not part of that study, but some interesting data there to think about.
Yeah, definitely. All right, Kyle Laboshi, thank you so much.